Hey guys, in this video, let us discuss how to resolve this transient property value exception. When you are working in a Spring Data-jpa application, when there is dependency between two classes, then you get this exception. Let us now discuss in which scenario you will get this exception and how to handle this exception. You can put it this way also. Or, what is the use of cascade attribute? For this example, we will work with two classes. One is student and address. Student class depends on address. The relationship between them is 1-to-1. That is, one student has an instance of address object. I have already created the application and kept everything ready. Now let us purposefully make this exception and learn how to resolve this exception. This is my application. I have got two classes, student and address. I have added the appropriate annotations. Student has address as an instance variable which is annotated with @1-to-1. This is my address class which is also annotated with @entity. Together with that, I have the service classes, the interface and the implementation. In the implementation class, I have auto-wired student repository to call the appropriate methods of student repository. Student repository extends JPA repository. So it's a normal Spring Data-jpa application. Now coming to the main class, I have auto-wired student service. I have created an instance of address and I have created an object of student by passing address object as parameter. Then I am calling the add student method of student service. Now let me run the application. The application has started. Now I am getting the exception. It's okay. Let me scroll up. All the four tables are created successfully. Address, address underscore sequence, student underscore sequence and student. Let me scroll down. Here I am getting the exception. Invalid data access API usage exception. Transient property value exception. Object references an unsaved transient instance. Save the transient instance before flushing. That is, our student class depends on address class. That is, our student object depends on address object. It means the address object should be saved to the address table first before saving the student object to the student table. Why? Because when you are saving the student object to the student table, you need the address ID to be saved as the foreign key. Let me scroll it up. Let us see the columns of the student table. Student underscore ID, department, student name, address underscore ID. This address underscore ID is nothing but the foreign key sitting in the student table. But we are not taking an initiative to save the address object. We don't have an address repository explicitly. So, when you are trying to save the student object, the address object should be saved to the address table first and then only the student object should be saved to the student table together with the address ID. Since it is not done, it is throwing transient property value exception. How to resolve it? For that, we need to use an attribute called as cascade. Go to the student class, together with that 1-to-1, add the attribute as cascade. Cascade equal to cascade type. This cascade type is an enum. It has got a set of values: all, detach, merge, persist, refresh, remove. When you say all, whatever is done on the parent entity will be done on the child entity. That is, in our case, student is the parent entity and address is the child entity. If I am saving the student object, the address object will be saved first, then the student object will be saved. If I am removing the student object, the address object will be removed first and then the student object will be removed. So in this case, let me use persist. When the student object is saved, the address object should be saved to the address table automatically. Let me select persist, save all, run the application. Now the error is gone. If you notice the SQL statements, first the address object is saved into the address table, then the student object is saved into the student table. The address ID is taken from the address table and added to the student table. Let us now check in SQL command line. Select star from student and select star from address. Now you can see that the address object is converted into one row in the address table. The student object is converted into one row in student table. Together with that, it is also taking the corresponding address ID and it is saved as a foreign key. Similar to this, you can try with other cascade types. Let us try one more cascade type, which is remove. Let me go to the main class. I want to add one more student. Change the student name. Go to application.properties. Change this to update. Save. Run the application. Now one more row will be added to the student table. Let us check in the database. Select star from student and select star from address. Correct. Okay. Now we will try this cascade type dot remove. For that, let me go to the main class. Let me call the delete student method. Student service dot delete student by passing the ID 1. I am supposed to go to the student class, give cascade equal to cascade type dot remove. I am not going to change it. Let me just keep it as such. Let me save, run the application. Okay, I forgot to comment this add student, so automatically it is adding one more row. That's okay, fine. After that, you see the query that is getting executed is select star from student where student ID equal to question mark, delete from student where student ID equal to question mark. It means the row from the student table only is getting deleted. That row from the address table is not getting deleted. Let us check this in command line. Select star from student. Student with ID 1 is getting deleted. Because I didn't comment add student, the same object is getting added with a different ID. That's okay, fine. Now select star from address. You can see the row with address underscore ID 10 is not removed. It actually belongs to the student with ID 1. Because we have not given the cascade type properly, when the parent object is getting removed, the child object is not removed. So now we will try one more. I'll change here to cascade type dot remove and come to the main class. Student service dot delete student of 2. Save, run the application. Now you can notice that there are two SQL queries that are getting generated. One is for student table, the other one is for address table. Let us check in command line. Select star from student, select star from address. The address with the ID 11 is also deleted. So this is the use of cascade type. Instead of giving it as cascade type dot persist, cascade type dot remove separately or individually, you can directly go in for cascade type dot all. That's all. Thank you.